if you're looking for a sign to watch this movie, make sure you check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. You won't waste your time. It's an hour and 42 minutes. You're good. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing Coming to America. Before we get into the video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, check me out on Instagram and Twitter, even TikTok, and now let's get into the video. So I feel like if you're here, you already saw the original Coming to America, but if you haven't, Coming to America is a movie from the 80s where we follow Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall as Prince Akeem and his friend as they journey through Queens, and he's looking for like the love of his life so that he doesn't have to marry someone he's not emotionally attached to. It's cute, it's basic, you know, it's a little exaggerated, but it's a comedy, so that's what we can expect. I enjoyed the first one. I thought it was cute, you know. A lot of the jokes I didn't get till I was a lot older, so maybe that like affects me. But there was also like some blatant colorism and mess, and so yeah, but it wasn't that bad, you know. I feel like I'm not making sense, but this Coming to America, the sequel, was corny, it was cute, it was nostalgic, it made me feel good watching it, and I laughed like a way more than I thought I was going to. The stakes are pretty low, but they're high, but they're low. It's a comedy, you know. It's not, you know, Mission Impossible or anything, so you kind of have to take that as it is. I really enjoyed the casting. I really like how they brought back some people from the original film, some characters from the original film, to kind of redo their parts, and I thought that was really funny and kind of admirable, you know. Like, y'all made this iconic movie, your parts are iconic, you deserve to be, you know, in the sequel almost, you know. Okay, this thing is turning off on me. Yes, basically, like, Coming to America, the original, really has a lot of staples for Black culture. Like, a lot of the things people say, like every time I had prom and I was coming down the stairs, my cousins would sing like "This Is Your Queen" or whatever the song is called, and I'm just like, bro, I feel like a lot of other Black people have that experience. Like, that is just hilarious to me. There were flashbacks in the film, flashbacks and like overviews, which I personally didn't think was necessary, because I feel like everyone saw this movie, like it was in the 80s, like everyone saw this movie. So, you know, I don't know why that was needed. I don't like that in movies. I like movies to trust their audience. I think the only flashback that was necessary was kind of explaining how he ended up having a bastard son. But other than that, I didn't think the flashbacks and the overview were necessary. Yeah, but I did like that it was shorter than the original movie. I feel like the original movie, I already knew the ending, so I'm like, how is this gonna work out? But this movie was short. It was like an hour and 42 minutes. And it felt like, you know, good. Like, that was a good movie length for that movie. The casting was great again. I think Teyana Taylor was great. She was beautiful. Her acting was a little weird. Like, her voice was really deep and like mysterious, and I was like, what is going on up in here? But I was like, you know what, I need to have her part in the movie where I just show up, be cute, and have the finest outfits, okay? Because she really did have the best outfits in the whole film. And it's really hard to do that, but she really did have the best outfits in the film. Arsenio's faces had me dead multiple times. I'm like, sir, please stop. Because like, him and the uncle were going at it, him and the media, like, it was just hilarious. I'm like, bro, you done got old, man. I think Leslie was great. I really enjoyed her. I enjoyed her character. It felt very real. With that being said, there were certain aspects to her character and Lavelle's character. Black people, you know, they can code switch. Black people can code switch. Black people know where they are. They don't really be acting like brand new. They, you know where they are, and I get it, like, this place is opulent, this is amazing, but I feel like it was just a little over exaggerated at times, you know, to be ghetto, to be hood, to be like unprivileged, you know, to be poor. Like I felt like it was just a little exaggerated, but at the same time I did enjoy her character. I thought she was actually pretty funny, which I did not expect that at all. I think Jermaine Fowler as Lavelle was a great choice. He wasn't too famous, he wasn't too corny. I really liked how we were introduced to him, and I feel like that was very unique to this film. I was expecting, you know, someone we would have to see grow to be a king or be a prince and be taught, you know, courage and all that stuff, but he didn't have that at all. It was definitely a new take on a character who is finding out that they're royalty, and I really appreciated that, and I really appreciate his character arc. It was a little bumpy at one point. I was like, I don't think this is in his character, but the movie's almost over, so whatever. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. Kiki Lane as Mika was amazing. Her body language was a little awkward when she was filming with Lavelle, but other than that, I thought she was great. I feel like the writers and all of them, they did a great job showing us that she was that girl instead of telling us that she was that girl. You know, we got a little bit from her mother. She was like, she's been training her whole life for this, and then we saw that already. So we're kind of established, like we feel for her, you know. And I like her character arc. I feel like she learned some good things from Lavelle, and you know, like I said, she was gorgeous, she was fierce, and I love that they trusted the audience enough to be able to just show us, like, she's a great fighter, she's a great ruler, etc. Without just spoon feeding us like, oh, she fought all these people, oh, she did this, oh, she did that, because that's annoying. Like, we don't like that. We like being shown things as audience members, and so I think that was great. I also really love the hair in this film. The hair and the costuming was amazing. It was very detailed. It gives me what I would think people in Africa wear, like royalty, like traditional mixed with some like new stuff. I feel like they got some inspiration from Wakanda, Black Panther, and I really enjoyed the hair in this film. Like it was so, I loved it. They had so many gems. They had like so many like head pieces, and it was so big and bold. I was obsessed, and I really want someone to come do my hair like that. Okay, so I spoke on colorism a little bit earlier, but I feel like either Eddie Murphy knows his audience and he's not about to mess up his coin, or he's trying to make amends for the things that people thought were okay back then when he was really making lots and lots of films. I would arguably say when he was at his prime. I feel like there was a lot of violence to Black women in film, and especially dark-skinned Black women. Their roles that they were given, comedians would use them as props and characters and all that stuff, and it was all the stereotypes from slavery and from Jim Crow, so it wasn't healthy for the Black community to keep seeing that. And so I feel like with this film and his film with My Name is Dolomite, he's adding more prominently featured dark-skinned female roles, and they're not stereotypical, you know. We have a queen here, and I feel like that was a good choice. And you know, he might just be making amends, he might be watching his coin, but I definitely think he made a great choice, a great casting choice, and I'm love to see it. I haven't seen any outcry about the movie. I think because it's a comedy, people are less willing to critique it, and I don't think that should be the case. I mean, take a comedy as a comedy, but at the end of the day, it's a film. And I feel like some of the points were a little exaggerated, because I don't think that people in Africa have to fight lions or like they grow up with elephants, you know? So I feel like it was a little stereotypical there, a little, you know, tone deaf. But, you know, I enjoyed it. It was a lot toned down than like the stereotypes in the other movie. Like they even made jokes about it in this movie. They were like, in the barbershop scene, like you can't just be saying those like stereotypes about people from Africa. Like, yeah. What else was I gonna say? Overall, I really enjoyed the film. I think Eddie and Arsenio did what they had to do. I think all the actors did what they had to do. I really enjoyed all of them. I enjoyed that there were so many familiar faces, you know, from smaller films, from smaller shows. Michael Blackson was there. The guy, is his name Terry for real? I don't remember his name, but he's really funny. And I'm glad that they like added people in there, but they kind of kept their roles minimum, because a lot of films you can add too much and it's not funny anymore, it's not engaging anymore. And everyone in this movie was pretty tasteful. It wasn't too much, it wasn't too little, it was just enough, and I really appreciate that, because I do not scroll through Netflix, Hulu, HBO and them for comedy movies. But I just felt like I had to see this one because the first one was iconic and the first one was the staple for our culture. I was very pleased at this movie, actually. I'm very shocked, because y'all know I don't like comedies, okay? I'm a psychological thriller girl. So the fact that I enjoyed this, I think it says something. And I'm not really a fan of sequels because I don't think they needed a sequel, but I was actually very pleased with the sequel. I thought it was gonna do too much, but they didn't do too much. I was very pleased. So if you're looking for a sign to watch this movie, make sure you check it out. It's on Amazon Prime. You won't waste your time. It's an hour and 42 minutes. You're good. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next one.